Look, it finally happened. The equality we all desired. Doordash will require all employees to deliver goods or perform other gigs, and some of them aren't happy. I'm happy. Now, beyond just having your rank and file, upper class, 400K a year engineers possibly making deliveries and seeing how absolutely life-threatening and terrible this job is. The comment section is beyond lit. Oh god. I'm just gonna read some of the comments because this is just funny. Let's see. They're just salty. Here comes the salt. How many times do you see it the opposite way though? Some of the delivery drivers are probably wanting to channel it with an engineer or a software developer, but can't get a look in. Yet you get complaints the other way around. It's here where we find the unevenness in the workforce. Everyone's job is important. Doubt it. Doubt. Everyone qualifies to be a delivery driver, but not everyone's qualified to be an engineer or software developer. Oh, what a clap back. What a clap back. Fair enough, but in a world full of six-figure education debts, how many companies pay to develop talent internally? I mean, pay more than lip service. Certainly no one began life as a qualified engineer. Oh god, he goes through this. Oh god. Let's see, TLDR. I can't get you to. I didn't read it that far. I'm just gonna keep on. I get that they have gone through great lengths to become an engineer or a developer. However, they all working in a company that delivers a product. Just the delivery drivers are more of the front end user experience, while the engineers are developers, would be more back end. Sorry, you said nothing. I travel over 200 days a year for my job. Well, I order a lot of meals from Doordash. If the company makes management perform frontline tasks, those managers get an idea of what the good drivers have to deal with, as well as some understanding of why valid drivers can't manage simple deliveries to hotels. Any Doordash driver with a half a brain is going to know what hotels are in the area by name and address. Room numbers, however, seem to be beyond some drivers' ability to figure out. Last week, I ordered a meal and followed it on the tracking tool. They're stalking you. Great. The driver rolled right past the hotel and posted the order as delivered online. Hope they enjoyed their free meal. Doordash reordered my meal and offered apology credits for the inconvenience. Yeah, you get some of those tokens, man. You can stock them up. Maybe managers can pick up some ideas of resolving these issues. Once a customer complaint. The undaunted. Oh my god, here he comes. Before beginning to dash with Doordash in December 2019, I was recovering from a knee surgery. I'm not just a programmer, but I have been smitten with tech since Apple sponsored the US festival in 1983. At Y2K, I was running my own adult video conferencing cams company in Sin City, while Zuckwood and Sean Parker were playing on AOL. You would think, Jesus Christ, why do they have such long-winded comments? Jeez, do you have anything else better to do? Jesus Christ, man, I don't even know what the TLDR is. I'm just gonna pass this up. Too long. TLDR. Oh, let's read this guy. Some disgruntled guy. Starting at age 14, until 24. When I got out of the university, which I pay for myself, I worked at restaurants, U-Haul, a liquor store, and housing painting jobs. Now I know what folks go through, and I don't want to do it again, unless I have a little choice. I don't need a refresher, since I worked my rear off to climb out of the world that I would have had to do these things for a living the rest of my life. So don't call folks prideful, privileged, or whatever, as it is among the group. You assume too much. Sir. Okay. Okay. Let's read Richard's age. Smart. A way of not letting the upper employees of the company who do no real work to not lose sight. Most companies should demand this, but perhaps not once a month. Ben Rosenberg. Yeah. I invite you to patch every single host, workstation, or server that suffered the Log4j security hole. I invite you to do 18 plus hours a day for a couple of weeks to get this sorted out, so Joe user info doesn't get leaked, etc. Oh, you have no idea how to do this. Well, we do no real work. It's an imaginary. Just because it's been 20 years since I had blisters on my hands, don't be so arrogant as to think delivering food is real work, while the rest of it is just fake. This is why those folks had the reaction about this requirement, quote unquote. You don't do work, man. Just be honest. You don't do work. You probably used Ansible or any other, automation tool to fix that. Don't lie. Don't lie. Mike Elick. I wouldn't do it. I did my time doing lousy jobs for several years. If I wanted to hold a lousy job, I wouldn't go out and find one. I would go out and find one. I don't need a corporation or the government telling me how to feel. This is exactly Jim Dewey. This is exactly the mentality the company is trying to combat. It's easy to miss this as a lousy job. It's also one of the more accessible jobs for people to do that own cars, like myself, who can find work now thanks to the pandemic. Everyone thinks their job is safe and secure until they lose it. It's better than being on unemployment, which many people would desire as just a handout. Deride as just a handout. It isn't. It's a handout, bro. Actually, technically it isn't a handout, but you try to get it, it ain't happening right now. You know what? It goes on and on, but these are truly like just the entitlement of the upper crust finding the system. And my final thoughts on this is that this is gonna blow up in Doordash's face. It really is. These engineers, they're most likely gonna poison the repositories. They're gonna put some code in there that just messes up everything just to spite these people. And it's gonna be World War. It's gonna be terrible. This is gonna be terrible. They're gonna think they're getting hacked by Russians or something, and it's just gonna be one disgruntled employee that probably opened the door to the Russians. Oh, 2022 is gonna be just such a dumpster fire. It's gonna be bad for Doordash. It's gonna be bad, and we're gonna see this play out. And I'm just gonna leave it there. This is gonna be fun.